Don't look so worried. We're not gonna die. I promise you that.
Next is BW01408. That's you.
We will now begin the age aptitude test. Please try to relax. Stage 1. Inducing Ashblight corruption. Ashblight corruption has been confirmed. Now progressing to Stage 2. Mounting God Arc. Progressing to Stage 3. Final stage. Implanting adaptive oracle cells. Status confirmed. Ashblight corruption has been neutralized. Subject's vitals have returned to normal. Aptitude is positive. Congratulations. The process is complete. You are now an adaptive God Eater.
So you survived. Grade A. Oh, we haven't seen your kind around here before. How does it feel to give up your humanity? Hey, don't go and croak on us, okay? Your life belongs to the port now. You're of no use, dead. Here, I'm gonna need you to sign this contract.
Get ready!
Gotcha!
Come on, let's go.
Hey, you okay? You seem pretty out of it. Bad dream or something? Anyway, rise and shine. I went ahead and asked about our next job. It's in a pretty thick spot. Looks like there's not too much time left for you and me, huh? Fighting an ash this thick will ruin a body in no time. And if we can't work, well, I doubt the folks at the port will want to look after us. Eventually, we're either going
well,
to
at this point, after the night I've had, I managed to make amends with the grudge, so this is a different game. Starting from the beginning, fuck yeah.
A time-honored end for ages like you and me.
But I learned what I did last night was, well, let's just say,
yeah, well,
I'm not gonna do that shit again. If somebody's gonna come in there doing some kind of like shit like that, I'm just gonna let them.
After all, we've got too much riding on our shoulders. We'll keep going for the ones we couldn't save.
This shit's oppressive as hell.
I'm never going to give up, no matter what happens. So, that's that. We are not dying.
And I did not mean that troll shit from last night. I mean the whole setting of this game is like some kind of Orwellian nightmare. I mean, look at my ass and the character. We're literally in a fucking cell. Like, who the fuck did we kill? Or who did we rob? Oh, so talk to fucking douchebag I'm gonna stab here in a few minutes? Okay. Oh geez, Sherlock. And where can I change my weapon? I hate the dual blades in this, I really do. Thank you, God. This has to be the most stupidest dual blades I have ever fucking bored witness to. What the fuck is this? Seriously. What's with the fucking jacket and the tape all over the body? More my speed. In my quest to be different, I have made it more edgy. Fucking Christ. I need to ditch this outfit first chance I fucking get. Oh gee, you make it sound like you give a fucking shit, security guard. How's the $1 an hour and piece of shit food treating him?
Across. What team are you with?
Requesting salvage! Please, I don't want to die!
Maybe you should have not stepped the fuck outside then.
They're already origami, Chow. You've got your own jobs to do, so get to them.
Hurry up and let us loose.
I am now releasing the restraints on Pennyward Ages Hound 1 and Hound 2. Alright, you dogs. Sick 'em. I'm limiting your operation area. If you try to do any moonlighting, well, you know what happens.
Yeah, we know. Shall we?
Man, I don't care as long as I get to kill
We'll
something.
make it out of this.
Follow the program you were given and acclimate to the Ashlands. Once you've acclimated, return immediately. Defectors will be written off. That's all.
Something unexpected might happen. If it does, I'll use my own judgment.
Unnecessary combat may result in the loss of god arcs. Thus, fighting is prohibited. Proceed with tests to confirm effectiveness in high ash density conditions.
Yeah. How are you doing? I think I'm all right. Are you disoriented? Look straight ahead for me. Well, you should be fine then. Let's move. Follow me.
You've got no business in that area. Move back. Another team is operating there.
Yeah, sure. The ones with their wires crossed? Keep a safe distance. Let's play it safe for now. It's funny how no matter how hairy it gets, I always have fun when you're around. If you find high ground, climb on up. It's always an advantage in a fight. Looking down on origami crawling beneath you feels pretty good too.
This is Bull 1. I'm surrounded by origami. Requesting salvage.
This is Hound 1. I'm at Point Alpha. Can you break through their line?
Understood. I'll get through somehow.
You do not have permission to transmit. You want to get written up?
Hey, you can't blame me for being curious.
Idiot.
Still got some stamina? It's easy to get winded this deep in the Ashlands.
Nah, that's fine, man.
Hound 1, do you read me? I made it through the line.
Ever since the pandemic, internet up for everybody has been fucking
Clear out the origami
on
in
and
the area.
off and
Proceed with
suboptimal.
caution.
Or it could be my piece of shit connection.
You do not have permission to transmit. Don't make me tell you again. You haven't completed the acclimation program. Proceed with your assigned mission.
If we can fight this deep in the Ashlands, who gives a crap about acclimation?
You'll be disciplined for insubordination. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel ready for that.
Sure, whatever you say. Now quit looking over my shoulder. Saying we're fighting in dense ash is enough of an excuse, right?
Or either grab a beer and shoot the shit. I really don't care. Mm-hmm. Oh, now it shows up? Wow.
talking to
If this is the dude from last night, the most I can tell you and try and be friendly here. Yeah, it would be a good idea with mic off. And hillbilly music, man, I got a few cousins who are actual fucking rednecks, so I can relate to them blasting that shit. It disgusts me, that kind of music. I'm more of a metal or techno guy. Some bits of rap. Slipknot, oh god. I actually have one album by them. I think it was their self-titled album from like '93, man. Yeah, the self-titled album from '93 with Wait and Bleed. Good shit. They don't make them like that no more.
Don't give up so easily. Nobody's got time to wipe your nose for you here. Okay?
But yeah, that shit last night. Should've never did that. But to have somebody that knows me, and I made the discovery that it's somebody I may have actually wronged, but they told me I didn't do shit to them. Glad I was able to clear that shit up, and that was from like 2015. That was a long time ago. Well, last night a guy named The Real Pat, or something like that, came in. He kept saying I doxed, harassed people, and the only person I did that to was an asshole way back when during my ranting days. You know, when I usually fed the kind of people that usually come here now. I'm trying not to do that no more, believe me. If you want to go mad, say fag, furry fag, and all that, feel free. I'm not going to stop you because I don't speech police. But if you're going to be making like content like that, the most I can say is don't stick with 3 words, man. Don't stick with 3 words. Add more to that vocabulary or get some better material. That's all I can say. You know, if you're going to try and be funny with something like that, go all out. Go all out, man, instead of just sticking to 3 words laughing at a computer screen. You know, that shit's been done to death via the reaction channels. But back to The Real Pat, it turns out it was a guy named Offensive Phenomena. Yeah, somebody I actually used to have it in for, but me and him actually fucking talked. And to my surprise, I'm glad we were fucking just squashed the shit. You know? And considering I'm trying to right the wrongs of my fucking past that I did by being a fucking unit. Yeah, that was the first step in the right direction that night, though I don't know that fucking one guy who kept screeching, let me on a call with you, let me on a call with you. And then he somehow got my Discord either by somebody giving it to him, or he just got lucky and searched it up. I'll deal with him some other point. But, damn dude, you get my Discord and start screeching, I do a call with you when I have something else to deal with.
The guards went to town on you this time, didn't they? Bet that hurts. You never do as you're told, huh?
Man, I'm only 24, gonna be 25 in a few months.
I didn't know you were back from patrol, Zeke. Yep, that's right.
But I feel like I'm goddamn 30 with the amount of shit I had to deal with and learn from.
Come on. I thought you were
Seriously, what is up with these motherfuckers in tape on their freaking body, man? I mean, look at this. Tape on the face, tape on the neck, tape on the fucking arms. What is this, man? The duct tape convention?
Come on, I'll show you a real cool trick next time. This isn't a sport, Zeke.
Look, I know
41
You think I
on the
don't know
14th. Man, I'm gonna say it. Happy early birthday to
Did
you.
you hear the recent news? One of the other teams was saying that
Trailer
a port
factory
nearby got
gang.
swallowed
Man.
by the ash.
I never lived in a
That's the
trailer.
first I've heard of it.
I've been mostly
It's
living
not
in like
exactly news for ports to get
apartments
engulfed by
and
the ash
houses.
Sure. It's
But
no
I
surprise when
I
it's
used to have a
some
few
base
friends
somewhere.
growing up that actually kind
How
of
will
lived
you
in those
feel
sort
when
of
the ash is
places.
creeping closer and closer?
Are you talking about an ash storm?
Yeah, well, if one of those ash storms does come through, it's not like there's a whole lot we can do other than strap in and pray, right?
Yeah, that's about the size of it. Though, even then, riding one out isn't all that realistic.
Oh, they're tape trailers factory gang. I mean, look at this place, man. It's a prison cell. They're putting tape on their body for some fucking... And we got kids in here. Why not? Let's go full Edward Gein, I guess. Have that douchebag over there behind the bars come out with a chainsaw at some point then. I mean, seriously, man, you got kids in, like, some kind of pseudo-handcuffs. They do look like goths. That's my #1 gripe with this game. I mean, you made the other two characters that you could create in the game look like anime protagonists. Here, they decided to go for anime goth. What the hell, man? As much as I like this series, that is my only gripe. Why are we going for the goth bullshit? Why? Just fucking why, man? It is weird. Then again, it's the Japanese. Best not to question such things, because they do shit like this. Code Vein does extreme goth. Surprisingly, that game is connected to this series, because near the end, you fucking see a Dios Pita from the first God Eater kill a bunch of revenants. My money was on the Pita. With its blade arms and shit just wrecking those little fucking goths. I hope they add more of that to the sequel. I would give my left kidney just to kill that thing in Code Vein right now. That shit had me shocked. The way it just comes out of the red mist and just starts literally tearing apart the revenants. With its blade wings and its mouth. Only leaving one alive. Goss got wrecked, man.
Time to get cracking. Let's see if the God Arc repairs worked. We can start off with your shield. A good offense is the best defense, but blocking...
God Eater 3 was the first in the series you played. Yeah, the first in the series I actually played was the original via the Vita backwards compatibility. When I heard they were all getting HD remakes alongside a Porta 2, you know, I bought Resurrection, and it remains the only one I've beaten in my life. Because, let's just say, Arius Nova is a pain in the ass.
Gotta use what's right for the moment, I guess.
And back when it released on Vita, I had a cross-buy, you know, but it turns out they rescinded it and made it Europe only. Just why Europe?
We need materials these days.
Just why Europe only on a cross-buy, man? Just
They're ours to keep.
I had to re-buy Resurrection for my PS4.
You need a stronger God Arc, which means you need materials. The port manages God
Thank God it was only
so
$20.
you can't just do whatever you want
But
with them.
digitally for 2 and 3, they were still charging $60, man. Yet I found the discs on Amazon, both of them, for $20 to $18. You were told this was Monster Hunter? So Sony's Monster Hunter? Well, actually, if you can remember, Monster Hunter got started on Sony systems of all things. You know, PlayStation 2, and then straight up to the PSP. then they had an exclusivity deal with Nintendo. You know, that's where it freaking grew. And yet, here Monster Hunter comes back off of portables onto a Sony system, Xbox, and PC. That is beautiful. That is knowing your base. And with Rise, it's going to be Switch, but for like, I was told 6 months, maybe a year, that it's coming to PC. I walked into that one like a dumbass. Sony's taken over once again. Well, I'm not for console elitism. I mean, I still got my Xbox One, and I even have a Switch and a computer. You know, I don't care if it can. I don't care. You know what it does, as long as it can run the game well in my eyes. Got my money for that port. You know, vote with your wallet. Hell, I even have this on the damn Switch, and it's impressive. Yes, this game on the Switch. But I had to get 2 because, well, I'd never beaten it. I've beaten Resurrection. Yeah, that was the problem with Xbox Ones and One X's. The most that they had going for them was the back compat, and now here we got frickin' Game Pass going deuce wild. My only gripe for like a 12-month membership now, they took it from 60 to 120. They did not stop that price hike. They did not stop it. They did not stop that shit worth anything, but believe me, I do enjoy Game Pass a lot. I gotten a lot of good things out of it, except Gears 5. That, just what the hell sort of direction they were taking with it. I'm fine with Kate Diaz being the pro tag, but what's all this crap with Queen Mira coming out of the grave, pulling a frickin' altered beast with a locust? I'm still waiting on, like, Halo Infinite. You know, because the Master Chief has some sort of meat hook style attachment for grappling. You know, just shoots a grappling hook and proceeds to go fucking Slayer on the fucking brutes. That has my money alone. It would be more complete if he had a shotgun with a grappling hook. Now that would be frickin' insane. I mean, why are we giving Master Chief a grappling hook? Didn't he have a jetpack in 5? Oh wait, we took away from the jetpack? Then what was the point of the grappling hook? Ooh. What was the point of the frickin' grappling hook, man? Sometimes it works. I can give an example with Resident Evil, how it just, after 4, it just kept trying to be this action-adventure thing, and then 6 promised to be like, oh, we're going to go all in on horror. Leon's will be a gothic horror, Chris will be a military, Jake will be a fucking self-insert of some fucking douchebag who's the son of Wesker. That game failed, and with good reason. 7... You know, it went with what Mikami sort of envisioned with that. He was originally going to do the first game in first person, but Doom style, but, you know, Capcom thankfully changed it up a bit with some DNA of RE1. And it was frickin'... 7 was the return. Then came Devil May Cry 5, and damn, son, that is how you make a comeback. But after RE3, the remake, what the fuck was that? And there exists a build of it that Capcom will never release. But I've been hearing through the grapevine that Nintendo really wants to put RE2 Remake on a Switch. None of that Cloud Edition BS that they were proposing with 7. And they're sort of using Monster Hunter Rise as the test bed for this. But there's a part of that deal, and as I said, this is through the grapevine. It could be a whole lot of shit. But Capcom, you know, says port our version of Resident Evil 3, the one we put out. Nintendo ain't having it, and they're telling them, give us the other build. Nintendo, as sometimes scummy as they are, they ain't fucking fools. The remake of 2 to me was okay. They kind of changed a lot. But it was something I was comfortable with, because at least, you know, they kept the threat of the Tyrant. To be exact, that was supposed to be our nemesis for the 3 remake. I mean, the Tyrant was a good idea. Having him be no longer constrained to just a room, just fucking walk through a door, and in your mind you would just hear X gonna give it to you as he just comes at you with his fist. That is the Mr. X I know. But what they did to Nemesis in the remake, I mean, why would you fucking relegate him to a fixed point? Nemesis used to be a threat! I mean, he still somewhat is a threat, but all you just gotta do is dodge his ass and keep your distance. Original, you had to run like hell. Or stand and fight, whatever was your preference. What really pisses me off with recent memory is that for the RE4 remake that they're making now,
We've got our work
is,
today.
well, they canceled a 75% complete work-in-progress build of another game series that came out around the original RE3's timeline. Frickin' Dino Crisis. I can't believe they did that. Oh god. I played RE3 so much on Vita. The original. And Jesus Christ, the rocket. That was the thing more terrifying than his tentacles, man. You didn't know if he was going to come at you with that or the rocket. You had to run like hell.
Oh, and don't forget, you can pick up materials by devouring dead origami. You need materials to upgrade God Arc parts, and you have to supply them yourself.
Dino Crisis did have a lot of problems, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the game was not supposed to have dinosaurs originally. It was gonna have you go up against gorillas and shit.
Techniques that can only be used while you're in burst status. Only ages have the number of oracles.
You know, speaking of fashion zombies, I still remember the Crimson Heads being able to do that in the remake of 1. I mean, damn, if a zombie got in their way, they would just start clawing at the other zombies with reckless abandon. They really did not care. They really did not care. Yeah, that was supposed to be the idea. Hell, even the original RE2, the 1.5 build, actually had zombie gorillas, if I can remember, and that would have been an interesting fight. I mean, 2 of those things coming at you. You have a shotgun and a magnum. And you're going up against a zombie gorilla. That would have made so much money. Kind of wish they brought it back for the, you know, recent remake, but at least the Gator was somewhat fun, albeit scripted. But damn, man. I'm starting to think Capcom was never back. Planet of the Apes in a Call of Duty style. That actually might sell, but we both know how Activision is, or when people want something like that, some motherfucker will have a smile on his face, looking for some way to just twist that idea and fill it to hell with microtransactions. I really hope they do that, man. That would make so much money. I mean, either play as the apes or the humans. There will be no maps. The most that you would have to pay is $50 for a game that they're probably never going to have finished at this point. I mean, look at Cold War. The minute Vonderhaar came back from the desert, everything that he tried to fix, he made worse. And he says he has no more power in his position. I wonder why that is. Maybe he sold his soul to Bobby Kotick, or however that frickin' demon pronounces his name.
Well, I guess knocking Origami around. But if there are still survivors,
I'm still pissed with the BlizzCon shit he and frickin' Blizzard pulled. You know, they had Metallica live. They had Metallica live, man. And what the fuck do they do via the Twitch end? Replace the music from the live show with generic music from non-copyright groups. What was the point of bringing Metallica to an online concert if you were gonna do that?
It's a small thing, but
Jesus, man.
I
I mean, I know they're kind of dicks due to the Napster situation, but why? Just why would they do that to them, man? I mean, Lars Ulrich, he kind of deserves some kind of shit, but fuck, dude, he didn't deserve this. None of them did. What was the point of bringing him on and paying them for a live show if you're just going to change the copyright sound on the stream on Twitch to something non-copyright? What was the point of bringing in the band again?
But I'll keep waiting.
That's pathetic.
Someday, a path towards something new will.
Diablo 2 reboot on Diablo 2 reboot PS4. Yeah, Lars was a dick about the, like I said, the Napster situation, but damn, man. Out of everything, you know, chromatic I wanted to happen to Lars, this was not one of that. He didn't fucking deserve that. Like I said, what was the point of bringing him and Metallica on to do a online con show for Twitch, you know, for BlizzCon Online, and then you do that? Jesus Christ, man, it's like the Blitz Chung situation, and they're not even giving any answers. They're hoping it dies down. I'm not letting that die down, dude. They brought in a good band only to fucking give them the middle finger while they played. That's bullshit. But out of everything from the BlizzCon event, just the only thing that was appealing was Diablo 2 making a comeback. I have never played Diablo 2. I played 3. It was my first one. But to see 2 and 4, yeah, definitely a buy for me. Can't wait to see how they go with 2. Can't wait to bring back the almighty freaking cow level. If they did that to Slipknot, Corey would rate. Corey would fucking annihilate them.
An ash storm, huh?
He's been in the music business for fucking years, man. He don't play any of that. Like I said, for the BlizzCon, the only 2 games that were appealing, the only 2, was Diablo 4 and Diablo 2 just a remaster of Diablo 2. That's it. Like I'm paying $60 for Overwatch 1 DLC 2. Like I'm paying that much. Blizzard can go fuck off. They really need to, man. They should have added that to the first game if they wanted to be this cinematic. They should have. They really fucking should have. Man, I'm doing that, but with 3 other games. I'm trying to remember what the hell they were. Back for Blood, but it's not going to be any special editions because, well, Turtle Rock has my money off the bat because it's Left 4 Dead style. My problem lies with that fucking monetary card issue. You know, where you have to have all these cards to influence the AI director. That's not gonna last, and I'm not gonna give him money for some fucking bullshit-ass card pack that I know will be gone within a matter of seconds. Going standard edition. Outriders? I heard some things about the Xbox One demo. It's not pleasant. In fact, they're saying it sucked. Or the demo was broken. I hadn't even had a chance to play the demo. Been installing stuff like Daymare 98. But, Jesus, man. The other two I finally remembered was RE8 Village. Can't wait to see where they go, but I beta tested the RE-verse thing. They're trying to be Unreal Tournament. Like I said, they're trying to be Unreal Tournament, but with Resident Evil. You have to get all these virus vials to turn into either Jack Baker or the fucking Nemesis from the 3 remake. If you get 5, you get to turn into the Super Tyrant from the RE2 remake. Just why, dude? Why are we going Unreal Tournament but with Resident Evil? RE-verse is something that I would not recommend. Just like with their little Dead by Daylight experiment clone that was just Resistance. Dude, I thought it was going to be something good if they were trying to integrate a multiplayer game into it. You know, like have you battle it out in the village in some sort of team deathmatch thing like Umbrella Corp, but it would actually fucking work. It wasn't that. Sometimes with all these side multiplayer games that Capcom's trying to put out with Resident Evil, fuck it. I'm sticking with Operation Raccoon City. It seems shit has gotten worse since then. Because at least Operation Raccoon City had something. Umbrella Corps, fucking Resistance, RE-verse. Nah, man. They're never gonna stop with that. They lied about bringing Resident Evil back. I am concerned. I mean, granted, Operation Raccoon City did kind of suck, but the problem is, when compared to all these other games, including 6, that shit had the most appeal and was more poetic. At least it cared to set itself during the Raccoon City timeline with a big what if. These two, these others, I mean, Umbrella Corp. I mean, look at the fucking journal entries. First one of the first level. The zombies are very hungry. They've been waiting for this meal for a long time. Do you hear that? When you read that, it sounds like a fucking 5-year-old wrote it. And what's worse, they bring Wesker back from the dead. Yeah, Umbrella Corps is canon. Wesker's back from the dead. Why? Motherfucker got blown up in a volcano with a rocket launcher and lava. I'm saying that's as dead as it gets. Albert Wesker. The fucking maniac himself. The I wear sunglasses at night motherfucker. It turns out Umbrella Corps is set between 5 and 6. Well, mostly 6, because it takes place in 2012.
So, shall we get started?
He was also revived after 1, yeah, but here's the thing. That was a stab.
The power of bonds between ages.
I mean, a stab to the heart, but still a stab. He died to lava and a rocket launcher to the face. And now, all of a sudden, like Jesus, he comes back.
Anyway, let's try it.
Just why, man? The only thing I found positive with 6 was that Sherry Birkin was alive. That's it. Majin Buu, try fucking Cell if he was in Wesker form.
The power of connections. Only the ages have it. Maybe it's a divine gift. Engage as
At this point, Wesker is just Dio Brando. He is Dio Brando. Because Dio went down like, what, 2 times and then came back to fuck with Joseph Joestar or something again? Oh yeah, actually Jotaro, yeah. So I'm expecting him to have a stand out of nowhere to punch Ethan Winters in the face while yelling, "The world!" or "Zuwardo!" Because come on, man. They keep bringing the guy back. Just let him die. Just let Wesker die, man. He ran his course. We're doing a fucking Palpatine situation where you thought he was dead, but lo and behold, Rise of Skywalker, he lives again. After being thrown down a goddamn shaft and basically killed with the force of 4 nukes. His son sucked. His son was a self-insert of one of the writers, I will bet you that. Because it had too many Gary Sue moments. Plus the romantic interest with Sherry. The only thing I liked about 6, and I'm going to keep saying it, was Sherry's return. Because I wondered where the hell was she? And I'm glad to see that she's still alive. Albeit doing the same work as Leon, but... Why? Why assign her the son of Wesker? And then try and force a relationship? Hell, I liked Ada Wong in 6 because at least she had something going for her. She had some sort of fucking plot. Leon, Chris? What the fuck was this? Generic shit we've seen before 1,000 times. Chris Gay on 6. Chris, I wouldn't say that, but Jesus. The way he treats Pierce is like how you would treat a lover after a disagreement of rough sex. After they told you no. Just why, man? Oh, because Chris was tortured by his comrades dying and mutating. Shit that he's seen literally thousands of times before. And yet, it takes the death of his team from an Ada Wong clone to break his ass? The hell, Chris? You would think after the mansion incident in Rockfort and fucking Kijuju, the man would be a tough bastard. But no, he becomes a glass cannon. Powerful, yet falls apart real easy. Just... Jesus Christ, man. He's lost a lot of men. And yet, this whole outbreak in 6, that's what breaks him? Jesus, Chris got soft. No wonder Jill's no longer in the series after that. Because I haven't seen hide nor hair of her except for like emails and shit within 6.
Hugo told me not to get up or move around too much.
I can give Chris that. Hell, even the Nemesis in Marvel vs. Capcom, he has some good openings even in that piece of shit Infinite. I mean, how they just bring him in. Spider-Man, Frank West, and fucking Hager just stand there watching Nemesis. Not in his remake attire, but his original. Coming at them slowly. That is fear. Welcome back, Nemi. We missed your ass.
But I don't like just sitting around and being waited on by everyone.
You know, I'm going to be lenient and say the first two movies, when compared to what came after, those two were fine. They should have ended it. But I learned that for the first movie that there was supposed to be an ending to where it all ends. There would be no sequels. Alice just walks up to the Umbrella HQ, pulls out a gun on the security guard at the front desk. Missile pods come out of her fucking dress. And then she just starts laughing and shooting up the fucking joint. Fade to fucking black. Just to rescue that Matt guy. I would have ended it right there. But no. No, 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 no. Just why, man? Yeah. Everybody can live with the first two. The rest, however, is some generic save the world because zombie apocalypse. Literally everything that has been done before. I'll give the third movie some credit. At least we had a tyrant. But what came after was... Why the fuck are we bringing in the Axemen from Kijuju? Why the hell are we bringing in the Bloodshots when they should have been in there? And why the hell is the Red Queen going off and on being an enemy then friend and enemy then friend again? Jesus Christ. And to discover Alice is a fucking Alicia Marcus. A clone. What? I don't know why Resident Evil's getting crazy with clone shit. It is pissing me off.
Thanks. Just don't wear yourself
The final chapter, I'm glad. Where was the mass chainsaw? Man! If they're gonna have all these creatures that the zombies don't even go around and act like fucking Majini, where's Dr. Salvador? You know? Oh wait, is it because he's too close to Leatherface? That's the reason? Come on, man. Give us the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but on an apocalyptic setting. That shit would sell. But no. No. Paul Anderson. Let's just bring in the X-Men 2 times. First for, I think, what was it? Frickin' Afterlife? And then Retribution? Just why? Why bring those two in, man? He had nothing to draw off of. That's what it is, to me. Man, all I can say for the chainsaw, dude, Magnum. Or if you got it, rocket launcher. Because he ain't worth the fucking time. But Salvador, at least on 4, he was a fucking threat. Because if you make one slight error, off with your fucking head, man. Same for the Bella sisters. 4 was chainsaw fucking crazy. You can even tell it to the controllers for GameCube and PS2 that they were fucking heavily inspired by Texas Chainsaw. But that ain't the only thing that Paul Anderson has ruined. I went to see Monster Hunter, and I made the discovery that his wife actually was a player of World. I am not shitting you. And he made the discovery of the game series like back when he was trying to get the right, back when he was making like fucking Afterlife or something. And he says, I only saw it once, but yet his wife plays it clearly in front of him, and he makes this self-insert bullshit again. And then sequel bait with the Gore Magala and the muscular chef going to fight it. I'm glad that movie's not doing too good. I'm glad. Because it shows people are tired of this. I mean, sure, you got the monster designs down, but that's not the problem, Paul. It is the problem with the stories that he makes. he always puts in his wife. Oh my god, dude, I understand. You want to support your wife. Get her a career. But, Jesus Christ, Anderson. This ain't it. I enjoyed her in Faces in the Crowd. Not even Netflix. Man, it's not even fucking theater worthy. When the pandemic really kicked off to a height, it was supposed to hit in December. And it never came until fucking January. They kept telling everybody, oh, it'll be here by Christmas. It'll be here by Christmas for streaming. It never fucking came. They lied. They fucking lied. So believe me, what's going on with that movie, everything bad going wrong, has gone wrong. Even China hates it. Because of some stupid fucking thing about the politics there or something. Which I really could not give a fuck about. But the movie just sucks. I mean, the only feline you had, or in Palico, was the Meowscular chef, and you save him halfway through with Ron Perlman's ass. And then sequel bait Gore Magala. Just fucking why, dude? And every time he was making the movie, he asked the devs, am I making these monsters correct? And in the interview where he's saying that shit to promote the film, I saw a face of confusion and concern with the devs, like, motherfucker, get away from us, please. Stop asking us. Leave us alone. I think they really do not like him. And with how it's doing now, I think they hate him even more. Because, like I said, he kept annoying them, asking them, you know, am I getting the monster designs right? Yeah, you got the monster designs right, but that's not the problem. The first draft he wrote of it sounds more believable than a bunch of United States soldiers being sucked through a portal. I would buy the man descended from a clan, let's say Yakumo Village, from Generations and Portable Third. You know, finding out he's from this world and going there unknowingly to fight a Gore Magala. That sounds like a hell of a lot better movie than just, this is Captain Artemis, watch me fight a Rathlos while being a military person. I respect the military, but when they're constantly used like this in media, man, shit. You're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Hell, a cop would be even more believable in that situation, even though that wouldn't even make a lick of sense. The portal bullshit killed it. Yes, it did. The Sky Tower. The Sky Tower. Why does that exist? Out of that whole movie, the only characters I liked was Tony Jaws Hunter and the cat. I'm sorry. When two side characters have more personality than the protagonist you're forced to like. Jesus Christ. What have they done? Oh my god, man. It's like looking into a toilet. I got bad news come the DMC movie. PS4 just did a weird thing saying my microphone shit was being broadcasted even though I was broadcasting anyways. Huh. Guess a minor hiccup. But no, man. Yeah, I could probably do that, but then Anderson might look for a way to sue my ass. Because, well, let's face it. If you try and do better than him, he'll try and sue you. And the Netflix series for Resident Evil. Ooh, Billy and Alex Wesker. Oh, really? We're starting this out with 2 original characters again? One in Raccoon City and then after the apocalypse? Are you fucking serious? It's like they just won't stop. But, good news is, there is a film being made by Netflix that they're saying is aiming to be taking place in 2 parts. The Mansion incident and the Raccoon City incident. And it's going to be kind of following Romero's script. Too bad we wouldn't have gotten Vasquez as Jill Valentine. Vasquez being, you know, Vasquez from Aliens. The one who yells, "Let's rock!" while unloading on a bunch of xenomorphs with a smart gun. I mean, shit, man, that's who Romero had in mind for Jill Valentine. I would have paid so much money for that. Just to see her go ape shit on a zombie with a knife. When they said it was going to be a 2-part movie, Mansion incident and then the Raccoon City incident, I still have my concerns because, well, we've been lied to before. The only thing redeeming about the first Resident Evil movie was the soundtrack.
Maybe the relay's busted.
And Slipknot being involved for the main theme being My Plague. That was the only thing of redemption. It wasn't Mortal Kombat. Which I'm still suspicious of its remake. Because, well, anything that had Paul Anderson's name attached to it getting a remake, you know, I'm gonna be skeptical because I still don't trust anything that had Paul attached to it. Well, to be fair, during the remake, RE2 remake's development, some fans actually took the nth degree and acted like a bunch of psychos demanding the remake be released now. Give us it now. Dude. We had no idea they were working on a new engine. We had no idea they were working on 7. You know? And I'm glad that they worked with that new engine. It actually looks beautiful. But the road that we had to take to get RE2 remake with those people acting like that.
Keep it to yourself.
It took a guy who uploaded fucking abandoned Zootopia footage for the concept. As I was saying before I got cut off by the game, it took a guy named Will Fanameni who had, like, video clips and all that from the Zootopia concepts. He looked at the situation and said every RE fan was fucking crazy. And to that, I can kind of see where he's coming from due to that death threat, just threatening the devs over RE2 remake. Give us RE2 remake now.
That's definitely an Ash storm.
We're lucky we got it at all. But 3 remake we could have done without.
There's no way we can outrun it from here.
And I get into fights with people who defend that thing and resistance.
Calm down.
And they call me a racist Nazi fuck. Oh, and they try to make it into political shit. What is this? Resident Evil was never political. It was just about what happens when you fuck with science, man.
H is here. What's the status of the storm?
As fucking fantasy-like and all that as it was. You know, there are some things that can make people into zombies, like the fucking zombie fungus like with the ants. Rabies. You know? And the harsh truth of Resident Evil is, with stuff like that, a motherfucker can weaponize it. I mean, the CDC made a fucking man-made virus.
I promise you will get them out. Good luck out there. Caravan out.
They treat the new Jill Valentine as a god.
I guess this is our...
And it turns out, I think I found out why the Resident Evil 3 remake is what it is. The Last of Us Part 2.
Come on.
They were trying to set the example that Neil Druckmann made. Capcom, why? Why are you doing this? No wonder 3 had failed so badly.
Right. Don't die on me now. We're going to live to see a new future.
Man, I shudder to think what would happen if they made a God Eater movie. The anime was fucking brutal. You know, they didn't hold anything back in the anime. They actually had the balls to show blood and gore, people being ripped to shreds by these things. If that came out right now, I would bet you my bottom dollar somebody's going to scream about it, saying, you know, it's political, it's right wing. People just need to stop. Politics do not rule everything. I wish they understand that with Resident Evil right now. Just because Resident Evil was as popular as it was, like God Eater, doesn't mean it has to make a statement. It just needs to be a fun story. That's it. I don't know where they're getting all this political crap from. I really do not. But to know that there was a build where Nemesis could literally invade the fucking safe room. A save room. Or pull your ass out of it with a tendril. I would have bought that 12 times over. Because that is how you set up a Nemesis. And the fact he could have placed traps. If you fucking backtrack to certain areas too much, he would have like fucking bear traps and they would just clamp around Jill's leg, make a loud noise, drawing zombies and him to the location fast. That is the build that was lost. Sounds a hell of a lot better than what we got, doesn't it? And let's not forget the part where Jill Valentine literally emulates the Doom guy by having a goddamn BFG. As much as I like Doom 2016 and Eternal, I don't see the reason why Resident Evil needed to copy the 2016 ending of Doom. You know, just ram it into the creature's mouth and pull the trigger. I mean, why would you frickin'... I understand that RE3, the original, had some sort of rail cannon, but it wasn't like this to where you can detach the fucker. There was a trick to it. You had to lead his ass there. Not wait for him to get close or shoot out all these pustules, push in these batteries, and then ram it into his mouth. I will never buy 3 Remake ever again. I already have it on X1, because I was expecting it to be better. But nope. And if people think I'm buying it on PS4, I'm going to ask them what paint are they huffing. And how do I get my hands on it to be that frickin', you know, blind. Because I rebought Monster Hunter World for this system. Because I have friends on PS4 who actually play it. Why would I rebuy a game that does not make a lick of damn sense? Not Wesker, but just RE3 Remake in general. Why would I rebuy that? It's like Angry Joe said, and this is Capcom's approach with RE3 Remake, because fuck you, give me money. I can't believe they did all that to 3. Made Umbrella Corp's canon. Money machine go burr. Yes! Yes, that is exactly what they bank on. Capcom was never back. They just lured us into a false sense of security with 3 good games. RE7, Resident Evil 2 Remake for what it's worth, and Devil May Cry 5, where the deadbeat dad gets his comeuppance by Nero. That game was worth the $60. Just to have Nero beat the shit out of Virgil. Fucking deadbeat. Though I don't understand the whole, you know, you have to get stylish ranks in order to get a better part of the song. To me, you should have just let the people have the full song instead of having to go for full S ranks. Or SS rank just to hear Bury the Light in its ultimate entirety. Just why?
There were a number of young kids with them there too.
It's awful. How could people have sunk so low?
There. I've sent them the rendezvous coordinates. They're planning to meet up there. But are you sure it was a good idea?
I had to switch off of Capcom for a fucking minute after that long-ass winded rant. I'm kind of pissed that Namco Bandai refuses to port frickin' Nier Automata and .hack GU Last Recode to the Switch. They know it would sell, but they just want to make as much money with the PS4 as they can. Dude, just let us have Nier on the go, man. I would love to play as 2B on a Switch out in the middle of the desert. God, but back to the Capcom. I hope Nintendo gets the IP straight from Capcom's hands, because that's through the grapevine. And I hope they get that build of RE3. Because if Nintendo brought back Resident Evil with a remake and 4, then shit, man. We might need them again. But RE7 Cloud Edition was a fucking joke, if I have ever seen one. Much like Control Cloud Edition, you needed to pay for tickets to play the game and have a constant internet connection.
A pleasure to meet all of you.
If you use the ticket and your internet crapped out, tough shit. Get ready to shell out $10.
I'm her owner, Hilda Enriquez.
Even the Japanese testers for that edition fucking pointed at Capcom and laughed. Because people would actually rather own the game digitally or physically than a cloud thing. I think we all understood what happened from Stadia. Why would we want to continue this cloud gaming trend if it shows it hasn't even worked yet? I mean, the only thing that seems to be working is NVIDIA, you know, NVIDIA's little cloud service. But that's just about it.
You saved our friends. That's enough for me.
Yes. However, that is
I understand that streaming games might be the future, but considering where it's at with Stadia is chilling. We are not ready for such a future.
You do know that, do you not, Hugo?
If that's the reason you can't...
I know, right? All you had to do when you installed the games was have the internet connection to install them. That's it.
Do you really have to be so formal?
That's it. That was no... I mean, you kinda had to have internet going for the cloud saves because it just emulated that. But other than that, it wasn't a buggy mess, for sure.
I'm sure they fled. I saw ships moving away in the
I just wish they'd get rid of that, you know, cloud save shit and allow you just to save it to the damn hard drive.
There were some ships that made unregistered departures.
Because if you go offline, you won't be able to save. That's what sucks.
The ash storm drags them in.
That's what they get for leaving kids to die.
Zeke, don't.
Yeah, backwards compatibility is like a 50-50, you know, stones tossed into hell if the stone's gonna survive and become, or literally become a molten rock.
The ash density levels are rising again.
You know, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Any longer would be hazardous.
I mean, look at the back compatibility for Call of Duty Cold War on PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Understood. Our services are yours during the voyage.
Damn, man, the game wasn't even optimized for normal systems, and it's looking like trash. Works even worse via the backwards compat.
Very well. You can be our front runners and keep our route free from interference.
Yeah, and they just managed to fuck it up even worse because now the frame rate tanks like as if it was on a PC. You know, if you had all the settings down to low and a shit, you know, and a shit fucking graphics chip and all that. Like a potato PC, but very potato. Yeah, it runs like that. Thank David Vonderhaar, everybody. He managed to make it worse, even for the back compat.
We use areas of low density.
But I'm going to be blunt. Some games on Xbox One's backwards compatibility list, some of that shit is beautiful. Dead Space 1 and 2. That shit on a Xbox One X in general. Holy shit, man. That shit turned up to 11. Left 4 Dead 2 on a 1X. Just, I mean, for an old game nowadays, that shit looks beautiful. Mashed with a PS1 and a 95 computer. That's putting it lightly. It looks like it was smashed with like a broken PS2. And our Xbox 360 suffering the red ring of death. Just to be getting those end results. If that's how they're making COD, I ain't giving them no more money. They have lost my money. Especially, you know, if I ever get a Series X, you can bet your frickin' ass I am not installing Cold War to that thing. Modern Warfare, the 2019 version, that's a maybe. But Cold War? Via the back compat. Yeah, sorry, Chief. Not gonna happen because I don't want my console fucking bricked by a game. And that shit via back compat and the PS5 versions. That shit's been bricking. Still is bricking. It's just making all these PS5s and Series X's into goddamn paperweights because of what happens.
There was an old but reliable route through here previously.
And it's still kind of happening. I'm just going to say it. Next Gen was rushed. And COD is being rushed out as usual just to be even. Though I can understand the hate for Cyberpunk, I can understate the hatred for Cyberpunk a lot. It made too many promises and then became a buggier than hell mess. But the problem is, it has potential. But what did people in Activision do? They used what was going on for that as a smokescreen to hide. And now that that smokescreen is clearing, they are fucking scared.
The beacons, however, have all gone dead.
That's actually a fucking thing. People have fucking made Doom run on a Texas Instruments calculator. And when that can happen for a very old game and still be somewhat enjoyable, Jesus Christ. Game devs need to up their game. They really need to update. They really need to up the game. Or don't and stay stale and die. Because nobody's touching Call of Duty. Only people that, you know, don't know what it is, or it's their first go and they like it, which I can't really fault them, okay? You know, if they buy the Battle Pass, hey, it's their 10 to 20 bucks lost. Not my problem. I know. I knew a guy who tried to get frickin' what was it? Commander Keen to run on one of those things. It failed miserably and bricked the calculator. But still. But Jesus Christ, man.
Knocked out by that ash storm.
Hell, I even heard of people like literally using a potato, a screen, and either a PS4 or an Xbox controller. Load Doom via an SD card to plug into the screen or something like that, and you can run Doom off of potato power. That is some crazy shit if I've ever seen it.
This crawler has a pretty small crew for its size, doesn't it?
Hell, I even heard of people like literally taking Altoids tins, filling them up with Raspberry Pis and running Doom on it. When people make their own consoles out of an Altoids tin, you know you fucked up.
I can't afford to hire very...
I see. So you decided to bring us on to do a little work for you.
I mean, I'm glad all consoles have the same architecture because the PS3 was a fucking nightmare. As much as I like the system, it has a lot of problems with development. Look at the Bayonetta and fucking Red Dead Redemption ports on the PS3 compared to a 360. Holy shit, man.
Right, and
they had to do techromancy just to get that shit to run. But here it looks like fucking Treyarch ain't doing no techromancy. They're just leaving it out in the woods with no map and a knife telling it to find its own way back and be a fully finished game. That's not good if devs are going to continue doing that going forward.
Well, a weekly allowance
it is a very bad idea. A bad idea, man. Anyone could do that with a fucking GPS screen, I bet. It's not hard. You may have to hack the thing, but damn, man.
If we can reestablish the old route, we'll be able to claim Pioneer royalties.
I mean, there exists a PSP version of Doom that you don't have to mod the system for. I have it, complete with Doom 1 and 2. And I enjoyed it. Hell, I even beat Doom for the first time via that. It was a very enjoyable experience, although, albeit, the thumbstick was meh. But damn, wasn't the game so fun. Still holds up to this day. Hell, I have all of the current Doom games on Xbox One. The originals, Doom 64, Doom 3, 2016, and Eternal. And I get more fun from that than any COD game in recent memory. Man, I understand the feeling. I'm getting a lot of phlegm up in my nasal cavity, and fucking my mouth is drier than the arid desert from talking too much.
Well,
but
what do you think?
When classic Doom games are infinitely more playable than a modern shooter, the modern shooters are jokes. I mean, I'm interested to see what comes out of the canceled game that has now made a resurrection call. 6 Days in Fallujah. I really want to see where that canceled game that has come back goes, man. Because it might be a Cyberpunk situation, but let's have hope, right? Because they're trying to actually have a game that actually tells a story of the events in Fallujah. Jesus. Namco Bandai, or whoever, did not want to touch this game. And I can see why, but that thing might bring back the modern shooter. I mean, Killzone with Shadowfall did not bring it back. It failed.
Let's see. 50%. I can't take any less. I know you've got some serious...
Fine, fine. Half of the royalties. We have a deal.
Oh my god, man. Most modern shooters today have become trash.
You're free to roam the
Absolutely.
Collar, some locations
Full
may
stop.
be restricted.
So much so that you can even probably hack like an old school BlackBerry, you know, with a tiny little ass screen and all those keyboard parts that they had to have on it. Motherfucker, I could bet somebody could take one of those and make Doom run on it, if they haven't already. Desert Bus is a shit game, but there are people who yearly, or something like that, fucking play it to donate to a charity. Those people have my respect. Modern driving games compared to that? Don't even make me laugh, man. I mean, sure, Need for Speed Heat was fun, Gran Turismo Sport was fun. But looking at it now, jeez. Everything must be live service. Everything. Just why? I'm gonna sound like an old man, but back in my days of growing up, and I'm 24, we never had such a thing as a live service game to where you need to be online to play a single player. Especially on driving games. Just why?
Glad to have you all aboard.
I would give my kidney to somebody who needs it if it meant getting a modern driving game that actually worked. But that would be pretty much fruitless thinking, because we all know that it's never going to happen. It's not going to happen until you do something stupid like with what's going on with Lucasfilm right now. I don't want to get political again, but what they did to Gina, they fired her without telling her. She found out through social media into like day 3, and then come the 7th day, they actually said, "Hey Gina, we let you go." And now the shareholders are pissed because people are canceling subscriptions. You would need that to happen for a modern racing game to change. In general. You would need that to happen, and that's the sad part. You would have to fire a very famous person who worked on that thing in a very shit manner just to get the frickin' company to change it all. Oh god, I can name one right now. Big Rigs Off the Road Racing. That thing will make you pray for God. Yeah, chat will do that sometimes. But I can name one, Big Rigs Racing. Take a look at gameplay of that and tell me if that's not maddening. Because that's how games ended up now. That's not a good sign. And all it took was a bunch of shovelware titles to foretell the future of what's going to happen.
My name is Amy Chrysanthemum, and I serve as an operator on this vessel.
I mean...
So,
Forza Horizon 4, I enjoy it. But what's coming out recently...
So in short, you're saying if we want a job, then this is the place to go?
Yep, that's right.
I know. I've seen the gameplay. Hell, I would even play fucking Snowcross by Polaris Snowcross. Yeah, I would rather play that than a modern driving game.
Like crossing a rope bridge blindfolded.
So what? You just walk forward.
And I actually had Polaris Snowcross on a computer. It was hell. It was hell, man.
Invariably equipped with resonance radar. It tracks local ash levels.
But way better than playing, oh, I don't know, Need for Speed Undercover on console, because apparently, due to a typo, the AI will cheat the shit, even if you're playing on an easy difficulty.
Essentially, if our resonance radar isn't providing us with that data,
and the PC version is a hell of a lot better than the console ports. That's not good.
Is yours malfunctioning?
As the name suggests,
how do I know?
the radar uses resonance.
I had it on 360, and I still got it on Steam. To compare the two. The game started fucking me around 1/4 of the way in on 360. PC, I made it literally halfway through the game before any of that shit started to happen. You know, sort of like a, oh, you survived this, now get ready for the true challenge. I just can't believe this happened for a modern driving game.
How was I? No. Insufficient range. Maybe a 2-mile radius? Too small to keep us safe.
No! I could give it a shot.
I'm still pissed at the fucking Need for Speed remake from 2015.
I don't think you have the aptitude here.
Because you have to be always online to enjoy it.
Our regular navigator was born with
just what the fuck, man. And it's barely even made well enough. All it's got going for it is a few throwbacks.
The resonance ability is the key.
To frickin' Most Wanted.
If one of us can be contracted,
as I was saying, to Most Wanted
should be able to renegotiate
and
like
Carbon to a certain extent, and to the Underground series. That's all the fucking 2015 remake has.
Of course not.
Rivals? I actually own that. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot more tolerable than what I had to deal with. If you had to lock me in a room with 2 Need for Speed games out of the whole roster, I would take Most Wanted, the original, and Rivals.
What?
Full stop.
You've got to be kidding. This is
Carbon?
unreal.
Maybe.
Did you do this?
Heat? That's a fucking maybe as well. But Payback, Undercover,
for resonance. So,
2015 remake. No, those are hard-nosed from me, man. Fuck that. I would rather rip out my eyeballs and fucking replace them with billiard balls before I fucking touch that. Who the hell's texting me? Jesus Christ, man. All modern games have become a fucking joke. It is because of that fucking retro throwbacks like fucking, what was it, Project Warlock. And fucking retro survival horror throwbacks like Daymare have made a significant push. I mean, compared to what I see from modern horror games now, my money would be on Daymare or Compound Fracture. Hold on a sec. back to the stream because I had a phone call. I would not recommend Payback because they're going to try and lure you in with the promise of Eddie's Skyline from frickin' Underground. And then the game's going to be some kind of generic, we need to pull some heist bullshit. Because evil fucker.
Switching to departure sequence.
Energy flow from the main accumulator has been established. Now sealing ash bulkhead layers 1 and 2.
All Need for Speed Payback is just a revenge heist game. It's literally ripping off the Fast and the Furious. Out of all the things that had to be original, they even referenced Carbon in Most Wanted, trying to make this Need for Speed expanded cinematic universe.
All systems are reading green. The chrysanthemum is ready to depart.
And they brought back Cross in one part.
There's no turning back now.
Only once.
Are you certain about this?
Yeah.
He's never seen nor mentioned ever again.
This is the start of a big adventure. We're more than sure. We're pumped.
It's good to see that kind of spirit. Ash Crawler Chrysanthemum. Casting off.
Steer away, man. I mean, I managed to get Payback for $2 due to an Xbox sale. Fucking Rivals, $1. 2015 Need for Speed, $3. Heat, $10. And the $1 game I've had more enjoyment with. Which was fucking, I think, as I stated, Rivals. Jesus, man. It is a sad day when a game like Rivals is $1 and gives you more than what that dollar's worth than what I see from now. And all Need for Speed games have become, we need to stop this big bad evil anti-racing organization because they're just screwing over people, because evil people, evil cops. I can understand the evil cop subpart because, well, there's always going to be an evil cop, you know, in reality. But one that just takes street racers' cars, sells them on the black market, and strips them down for parts. That seems too unbelievable to me. Yeah, I'll do you one better. The original Forza or fucking Gran Turismo looks a hell of a lot more fun than what's been coming out recently. It's ridiculous. No wonder retro throwbacks are making so much money. Or people are going back, getting emulators to play these old games. Oh my gosh. I actually have the 5th game, and the 6th, and a bit of the fucking Horizon series.
Not too bad, I guess.
Out of all of them.
Scary sometimes.
I have to say Horizon 2, and to an extent 3, were a lot more better. Because at least they actually cared, had some love. Especially with those badass openings. What do we get for Forza Horizon 4? Just a bunch of fucking cutaways to the various events. Not just one fucking long-ass drive to the fucking festival with some epic-ass techno-banging music from fucking Eric Prides. Too bad they delisted Horizon 1 Horizon 2, Horizon 3. They're delisting a lot of the good Forza games because they want you to buy their shit. I'm not even buying the new Forza remake because, man, my money and time with Horizon 2 and 4, that's where it's at. But like I'm gonna pay him $50 or something for a fucking wheel spin. Fuck that, Columbo. You would have to take that $5 from my cold, dead hands.
Good to have you home. We can handle pretty much anything, huh?
I still can't believe they delisted the first Horizon. That pisses me off. I mean, as minuscule as it was, at least it wasn't over the top and didn't make you drive against a giant-ass hovercraft. Or a damn jet. Oh wait, it kinda had you do that, but not to an extent over up in Glasgow. With a Bond-style car. And what I meant by Bond style, I meant like James Bond and Austin Martin, or a car that looked like something James Bond would drive. If they were to ever, I'm gonna say this, bring back, oh, I don't know, the original Most Wanted via the backwards compatibility, I would bet my bottom dollar that shit would be sold very fast and it would crash the Xbox site within seconds. Same goes for Carbon. I bet you that. I will bet you that. Until they delist it. Until they delist it. Watch that site crash. Because I would give my money to the old stuff.
What's this?
Original Most Wanted was probably the high point for a modern driving game involving, like, cops. It struck a chord. It had good music. It had somewhat of a minimalist plot. Defeat these 15 assholes and take down anyone who stands in your way. You are given free reign, but expect cops to chase your ass. They don't do that like, they don't do them like that no more.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh my god.
What's your name?
As much space as that thing would eat.
6th Engineering Battalion.
Man.
Special Transport Unit. Claire
I remember tuning a frickin' starting car. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like a Chevy or something. I would have to recheck. I tuned that thing so much. I was able to fucking destroy a Formula 1 car with it. A fucking the 370Z. I was able to destroy a 370Z or something. I had a 370Z, and I was able to destroy a Formula 1 car with it.
Doing the job that I was assigned. If we're in combat together, I will be trusting you.
Jesus Christ, man. The tuning may have been, the tuning was abysmal. But the shit you can do, you could probably put a NASCAR racer to shame.
Maybe we're gonna get along after all. It's a pleasure to meet you too, Claire.
But man, Forza 5 and 6, wouldn't recommend. Because of all the microtransaction bullshit. You wanted to get some extra car parts? Get ready for that shit to be a microtransaction. That's how good the tuning was in 7. They literally gave you the keys, removed the reality, and say, you know what? Go fucking nuts. Let's see what you can make. If I could, I would take a very shit minivan and make it able to compete with a NASCAR. And I would too, while making it look like the fucking A-Team fucking van. God, the world is crazy. But when you got a chance to make something like that in a game, holy shit. Maybe people should take notes on that's how you do a driving simulator. Give them unlimitless potential to tune a car and make it able to compete with an F1. That's beautiful.
Are you feeling all right, Claire? I'm fine. The ash density is within tolerance. Nothing to worry about. Even with the ash-resistant bias factor, you should still be careful. The ash specializes in logistical support and first aid. Okay, team. Use teamwork and take down the Origami.
Wow, this is unusual.
This is our first time out together. I'm counting on you.
Hey, we'll do our best.
That's what I mean. Just strip away the reality and let the player go full ape shit with the fucking tuning and customization. That shit will write itself. And the fact that you could take that shit to multiplayer.
I'm still in this. Don't you think you should run?
The fact you could take that shit to multiplayer and crush people with it. It's something freaking beautiful.
That takes care of the mission. Excellent work. You were great out there together.
You're better than I expected, Claire.
Thanks. Do the rest when you get back to base.
Oh my god. An 86 Monte Carlo. Beautiful. We need better driving sim games with more of a rouster. So I wasn't the first one who thought to turn a minivan into an F1 car. Oh my god. Oh my god. I bet you a lot of people were pissed that a minivan could destroy their fucking build. Oh god. But I do understand the need for balancing. But when you throw in something that you're giving people to go nuts with in terms of like tuning a car in a game like Forza 7, you kinda brought that on yourself. But you're also giving the community something to make purely some grade A psycho shit that fucking people would be afraid of if it was real.
But fighting origami is a lot worse, right? I'm not big enough to fight yet.
They should. I think they added the Dodge Demon.
I can scrounge up cool stuff like this.
Fucking man. I'm getting destroyed by a Honda van. Ban it. I mean, the devs allowed that shit for a reason, buddy. But no, the minute they banned that Honda Odyssey, I bet you they went after the other minivans in the game. I would bet you, because I haven't played Forza 7 in a while. I would have to see what's going on there. But I bet you they went after the other vans the minute somebody started bringing them in. Just open up the floodgates. I actually had one, and yes, I could believe that. That thing was a monster when you tuned it right. I would bet you $5 that thing would destroy a jet when it starts, like, flying over. Because they were expecting, you know, an easy challenge, somebody to not have, like, a well-tuned car. Then you run in with a smile on your face. And they get pissed the minute they lose. Hey, like I said, the minute you put something like that in, you're kind of bringing that in for a reason. I understand the need for balancing, yeah, but you can't really bitch when somebody makes a better car than you. It's get good. Just get good. Make a car that could actually beat that thing. And if you can't, tough shit. That's all it is. That's all it should be. Not whine and complain about trying to get that car banned because it is beating the snot out of you every chance.
Begin when ready. Be sure to come home, okay? Failure will not be forgiven.
I don't really play Roblox, but back to Forza. I just can't believe that people got angry at a fucking non-existent fan, a fucking fan in the video game, beating the shit out of what I assume is their ultimate fucking build car. What the fuck is that thing? Look at this thing! This angry looking motherfucker. Who the hell crossed the crow with a man? It's angry! It is like somebody mutated Edward Scissorhands, gave him the ability to be a crow creature, and we have this. With the speed of a Dodge Charger. What the hell is this, man? But back to like Forza and all that. All I can say is, man, when people start bitching about a car thing, about a car build you made that is actually beating the shit out of them, and they're gonna try and do whatever they can to get it banned, is actually the weakest shit I can ever hear. Most I can tell people that if they were to get pissed at me over something like that is, you know, how about you make something that can beat it? Don't bitch, don't complain. Make something that can beat that thing. And if you can't, tough shit. Move on. I'm still in shock they banned a Honda Odyssey because people built it to be literally a destroying machine. They will nerf it. That's being too kind. I mean, my assessment with Edward Scissorhands crossed with a crow and the speed of a Dodge Charger, that's as pretty much as truthful as I'm gonna get. I mean, look at this thing. It's got blades for hands. I'm expecting Edward to pop out of its head and go like, oh, hello. I am actually Caucasian, with a bit of Native American and Polish. Well, Czech, but yeah. Like Czechoslovakia, very destabilized country. I heard it went to shit recently. Okay, that wing attack was definitely con maker material. Yes, pretty much. But I do try and shave the bastard. And no, I do not do that no shave November thing, man. I don't understand it. It don't look like a rabbit chocobo, it looks like a freakish mutant. Oh, look at that. Chicken dead.
The hell? That was too easy. Easy win. Huh? We leaving?
It's an honor to be able to help.
Look at this place. This isn't even Japan. I think this is like Denmark or some shit. Or maybe America. Looks like America. I have to say probably California. Man, I always try and cut my hair because sometimes that shit will get out of control. I used to be called Fat Jesus because that was my beard and I had long hair. I always try and cut it down before it gets too long. I had that Ozzy Osbourne long hair. Oh, God. But I always try to shave because sometimes my beard kind of looks like neck beardy. So that's the main reason I should, like, shave the motherfucker. Fuck that, man. Man, sometimes I would just, like, get it mostly cut off and have, like, a shorter hairstyle at the least.
Feels like you've waited forever, but once things start moving, it all goes pretty quick.
Why the fuck would I eat dirt?
I mean, just look at where we are now. You remember what I was saying earlier?
I mean, if there was no food left, yeah, I would start eating dirt, maybe the grass. But just why dirt?
After all that time locked up, and now our first problem rears its ugly head. What do we... Yeah, in a nutshell. I made up my mind a long time ago.
I wish I knew what was up with these motherfuckers and tape around the body, though. Just why?
Our freedom by fighting.
What is with the tape?
Right? After that, we'll build a port of our own. It'll be a place where people can... But I'm gonna need a lot of help from you. Are you on board?
What is with God Eater now and chokers? Jesus Christ, man. It's always chokers and tape with this game. At least with the first two, you looked like an anime human being, not some kind of emo.
Seriously. This means a lot. Well, let's go give the kids the good news. They have nothing to be afraid of anymore. It might be a lie now, but it'll be okay if we make it the truth someday.
I'm not eating human meat. That's fucked up, man. I mean, understandable if you're in a fucking life or death situation. But, just nah. Oh, where's the cat? Saw a cat on the sofa here. Guess he's gone. Is it me, or does that rifle look like a motherfucking shotgun? Huh? Let me reread that. Alright, let's go find the chick. Oh, there she is. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, I can't even upgrade the freaking tower shield. Well, that's good. Whenever it says launch, I'm expecting to, like, yeet me out of the thing through the fucking window, send me into the fight. I don't care what the Chinese eat. Not my country, man, but I'm not gonna eat a fucking dog and a cat. Even if they fucking paid me. Fucked up.
Time to move out, team. Alright, let's get it done.
The only time I would deem it necessary to eat a household fucking pet is when the apocalypse is rolled around and you have nothing else to eat, or you're up in the fucking mountains. Same as with eating human meat. You have nothing left to eat, you may as well eat, you know, someone who fucking died at that point. But that's it. I only deem that shit necessary when you need to survive. Not on a whim. And I live in America.
Life sign detected moving nearby. It's faint. It looks like an age. I only see one.
What the fuck? I don't think that's who you think it is, man. I mean, I'm fat, but I'm cutting down on portion size. If anybody tells you you need to cut something out of your life in full, they're lying to you. It's all portion size at the end of the fucking day. Don't eat more than, like, your fist. In, you know, food terms. Because if you stop doing that, you know, like overeating and all that shit, believe me, shit will start slimming down and your body will get to a more healthier state. I do advise a lot of fruits and veggies, though, but that's just me being somewhat of a vegetarian, not a fucking vegan, though.
Is this some damn circus? Gotcha.
Activate.
Let us stop time!
What's with this weirdo?
If it's a constipation issue, I would see your doctor and start taking laxatives. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, whoa! Time out! Son of a...
Everybody is getting their asses kicked by a chick with a sword, dual blades that turn into a spear.
Throw down your god arcs. Now.
Crap!
Hugo, do you read me? Why are you in combat? Hugo!
What do you want?
Let me speak with your commander.
Ma'am, this is a video of their battle.
An acceleration trigger. They've already got a practical model.
Establishing a communications link with Hugo.
Hilda, I'm putting our...
It's mostly eating. Any doctor who says you need to eat all this meat and shit, all this, and take all these pills and medicine, eat more fruits and veggies. Cut down on the snacking a bit. You know, that's all it is. Just moderation. All this shit, you know, about all these health problems, that could be in your head.
It's the only method we're taught.
Insufficient quality to broadcast gameplay. Hang on, give me a second, guys.
That's fine.
In case the gameplay was buffering like fucking nuts. Exercise too. I mean, even walking.
According to their
That's
message,
all it is. All this, how you have to,
no record of an age named Lulu
you know,
on their files.
how you have to have all these fucking pills that actually could have these fucking nasty ass side effects, such as possible dementia.
Checking.
You know? Why would you take the risk and take that shit anyways? I understand you kind of have to if your problem's serious.
Open the hatch. I'll talk with her directly.
Understood. Opening the hatch. Wait,
Actually, my connection, I kind of had to stop whatever was going on.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I sound like a boy, Karen. Dude, I'm just telling you from experience, I really do not fuck with a bunch of medicines unless, you know, I have something serious. You know? That's the only time I take medicine is when I have something serious it's not related to eating.
I've searched every record we have.
And I haven't been on any of those fucking shit like Xarelta and all that, all these fucking name brands. I don't take that shit. Because if what I've been taking to counteract something like, oh, I don't know,
that can't be right.
acid reflux, or let me just say, nausea from eating too much cheese or something like that. I just cut down on that fucking item. You know, if it's causing that to me, and then, you know, that's it. That's my only fucking thing I can say when it comes to shit. Constipation. My advice, start eating broccoli and shit. That should help. Well, I do sound like a Karen, but if you do believe you have an actual problem that cannot be solved with what I'm telling you, then your doctor's the best bet, because I'm not a licensed physician by any means. Man, I can't even wrap worth a fucking thing. And no, I do not have a camera going on with this. New metal nowadays kind of sucks, because it's trying to be inoffensive and it's always the same shit. I mean, once in a blue moon out of metal now, you get some good shit. Unless you're Ghost BC, then you're constantly killing it. Oh shit. I mean, it's not the gore and metal, no more gore and metal that's the problem. It's the serious tone, man. It's like, you can't even have, like, serious shit talked about. I mean, Marilyn Manson, famous shock rock, you know, musician. He made a lot of good shit because, you know, he wanted to see what reaction he could get. I mean, look at Use Your Fist and Not Your Mouth as an example. But recently, you know, I've taken a step back from metal and went more of a techno, sometimes metal mixed with techno, and a rap, somewhat of a classical rap thing. You know, people like Tupac Shakur as a prime example. Sometimes metal will fucking do that. It wants to see how far it will take shit. Like I said, Marilyn Manson. Take that for fucking example. That dude's shit is wild and with good reason. And it worked. I think back in like 2016, he released a new album on PlayStation 1 disc. I am not shitting you. And the electrical gator is dead.
This is no sweat with you around. I think I'm a genius. What to buy with all that sweet, sweet pay?
I think that was the intention of the name, Lynx. I think that was the intention of the name. They just wanted to say that so that way the fucking, you know, the FCC doesn't get on their ass because they don't know what the fuck coon means. That's what it is. They're basically saying it while, you know, lying to the FCC's face, not telling them jack shit about the song. Just saying, this is the name, and they'll buy it at face value. Some people are stupid, man. And the FCC is easy to trick. All you just gotta do is make it look like you're within their guidelines, and then release what you really meant. It'll piss them off. But believe me, it's worked more often than not. Why do you think we get unrated cuts on DVD of certain horror films? I wouldn't say boomers, I would say ran by a bunch of motherfuckers who are out of touch with reality.
If there are no objections from any of you, I'd like for her to join our crew.
Are you sure it's safe to have her? I mean, I'm fine with it, but...
She doesn't have any place to go home to now, does she?
I say go for it.
She's strong and effective in combat. For an age, there's nothing more important than that.
Hey, I want a chance to analyze that acceleration trigger.
I agree with Madam Hilda, though I guess that's nothing new.
I mean, look at Hilda, man.
Now all that remains is
she looks like somebody that would work in a burlesque house.
Her will, huh?
Ajit Pai is one of them.
Messed up to drop that kind of choice on an age with her strict training. Right? Whoa.
I still do not like Ajit Pai, don't get me wrong.
I'm with our friend here. No matter what
I mean, recently, you know, he's called out certain bullshit. But I still don't trust the man because I know he's going to make another SOPA COPPA bill and then try and push it.
That's what freedom really is, isn't it?
I know he will. I know he will in a moment's notice.
Free?
Censoring the internet is a very bad idea. Censoring certain things is a very bad idea. Because, in the end, if you try and ban certain things, like you try and ban and outlaw all guns, for example, that shit becomes more sought after. Welcome to the Streisand effect. The more you try and restrict and ban some things, the more sought after it becomes. Like it's like this precious commodity. Or the El Dorado gold. Or even Hitler's gold. People will want it.
If you've come here, then you've already made a choice, haven't you?
Hey, fursuit sex. What do you think of furry sex?
Is it alright if I stay with you?
What the fuck? One, I don't think me saying, anything to do with that on this stream would be a good idea. Really, that would not be a good idea. And second, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff, man. Sorry. Just no. No. Just, oh gosh.
Are you sure?
I mean, another recent thing has been going on with gaming. Due to the rise in carjackings, motherfuckers are fucking going after GTA 5 again and saying any violent video game that leads to an actual violent real-world action must be banned. And the problem is that should be scary is it's going to work sooner or later, man. It's not going to be a good idea.
Seriously, you're always such a wet blanket. Get with the program, will ya?
How much you want to bet that the minute that should they succeed in ban GTA 5 to even adults, that's their plan,
It'll be a nice change
they will be coming after every video game they will deem as violent. And this one that I'm playing would be deemed as such. Don't believe me? Look at the bill. It's up all over the internet, dude. I know American politics will not interest you, but fuck. Believe me, they will lie through their teeth. This is why people need to stay out of politics, because we always get tricked and had by these fucking idiots.
Acceleration... Man, that was quick. Did you stay up all night? It's the thing Lulu was using, right? What the hell is it anyway?
Yeah, in fact they already did, and GTA 5 is still a broken-ass piece of shit. The servers are crap. And same goes for Red Dead Online. I remember a time when GTA servers and all that were top tier. And then all of a sudden, when the PS5 shit got announced, they just abandoned, you know, server maintenance and all that shit, and even fixing of bugs. Same goes for Red Dead. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad that, since they're trying to restrict it, it's caused a Streisand effect. But the problem is, it's a broken-ass game. So how the hell is it responsible for carjackings? Is it because you can carjack people in the game? Okay, I can see possibly where you're coming from, but how does that apply to the statistics? How does that apply to the rise? Do you see where I'm coming from? How much you want to bet they haven't already?
To a booster within their armlet, which then amplifies the effect of the energy, instantly boosting the user's capabilities by creating a God Arc wielder feedback loop.
I mean, I understand the tax part, you know, sales tax. But to increase a bigger tax, almost like you're trying to censor or banish the game, it becomes more sought after. You're not doing anything for the cause when you do that shit. Believe me, you're not. If you are a politician and you do that and you see the sales skyrocket, you're doing something wrong.
Simply put,
Fortnite is meh, but I understand the problem. I mean, okay, allow me to explain the Apple situation. Apple has been going holier than thou, like rules for thee but not for me, with Fortnite and Telegram. Now here's the thing. Because of Fortnite's dealings with China, which Apple has dealings with China, the fucking lying bastards, they're afraid that, you know, Chinese hackers are going to get into their network, so they banished Fortnite. Fortnite put out a video of them making fun of the infamous, you know, Apple OS X trailer, where you see that one dude running at a fucking 1984 style room, throwing a fucking sledgehammer or something at that fucking view screen, and people are being freed. Replace that with Jonesy and a pie, I think. And you have what is essentially Apple being authoritarian. Do you see where I'm coming from? And in their effort to restrict Fortnite and, you know, not safe for work things on Telegram, even completely wiping Telegram at some point, don't think that's not going to happen, because it will. It's fucking Apple. They want to look good. save face. That shit's gonna be sought after. Remember what happened with Parler when it was taken down for, quote, the usual shit? The minute it came back, albeit, you know, a bit neutered, people flocked to it like it was hot bread.
It'll unlock the energy in your oracle cells for an extra boost of power when you do certain things during combat.
How much you want to bet they already have their eyes on shit like fucking Nier Automata?
Wow, those folks in Baron are working on some remarkable stuff.
So, these oracle cells we have in us are real scary, huh?
I mean, I don't care with the Rule 34 porn shit. I mean, if you're an artist and does do that thing and get paid for it, look. I really do not enjoy that kind of stuff, but motherfucker gotta make some money. That's how I see it. Motherfucker gotta make some money somehow.
Yeah, I'd say they qualify as real scary. If you overactivate them, they'll eat your body from the inside after all. Do you have to look so happy about it? Well, you don't have to worry as long as you don't pull anything funny.
Oh. Links? They did. 8chan. 8chan. They did, because they deemed it a Nazi site. But I looked at it. It was just motherfuckers just being dicks and talking about fucking games and shit. And they banished that site into oblivion, erasing it. That's already happened. It's already happened. They have already begun banning things, you know, that do not meet the standards. Be it political or moral.
The more weapons you have at your disposal, the longer you can survive. Right, friend?
Pretty much both sides, in my opinion, you know, both of government and shit, have been getting a little bit authoritarian as of late.
Come on. You're kidding, right?
And they've been allowing this because guess who has them in the pockets? Oh my gosh. Buckle up for this then. Apple lists Google as an untrustworthy site whenever you go onto their Google search engine via an Apple iPhone, OS X, or a damn MacBook, to even an iPad. It is ridiculous.
I install the safest, simplest version so you can try it out the next time you're in a fight.
And yeah, that's right, the ban is very vague.
There's already
I mean, if you were to play something as innocent as... Let's go with, who am I? Let's see what I'm thinking of. Shit. Something that's cute and innocent. Pokemon. They would be able to take it down because they say it glorifies violence because of its battle mechanics and shit. PETA would have a fucking field day with that. You mean Epic Games? Yeah, they would in a heartbeat. They would if they could. And it looks like they're already trying to. I mean, so many motherfuckers, like, I can't remember, it was a football star. you know, that tried to sue Fortnite over because they claimed it used his end zone dance or some shit. A lot of people are angry now. I mean, the more you censor something, the more you're going to make it sought after, man. That's my point. In your quest to make something evil and illegal, people are going to seek it out and see for themselves that it's not this evil fucking thing. Welcome to the modern day witch hunt.
More enemies, I get that. Drills are so awesome.
Gamergate is dead. The only people who fucking, the only people who keep that alive is for a paycheck at this point. I'm looking at you, fucking Anita Sarkeesian. Because we both know she would. That's how she keeps being relevant, is that every time it's brought back up, she comes in like an unholy creature out of the shadows. Zoe Quinn, I do not like her for what she did to the creator of A Night in the Woods. She got that guy to kill himself. And she thinks she's exempt from criticism. She isn't. You know? And I know some furries who know Dio Taz are watching me going like, okay, Aeon, fuck you, but hear me out. Hear me the fuck out on this one. She's just using all of you as a shield. Watch her try and sell you out in a fucking heartbeat. She fucking will. If they took down VR chat, man, VR chat has been such a positive force recently. Sure, you got douchebags in there like it's Facebook or fucking MySpace, if anybody remembers that. You know? You're gonna get asshole trolls in there. No question. But it has allowed people to... It's basically become the new Facebook at this point. So much so that Facebook is pissed. Twitter is pissed. Because people can actually connect for once. In a virtual space. Free of charge. No issue. You know? That's it. It's allowed people to connect.
Thanks for this. Working with you puts my mind at ease. I'd like to do it again. I've never felt like that before.
Man. I think after this I'm gonna call it quits for a few hours. I have been streaming for 2 hours and 30 minutes at least.
That's not bad at all.
Then it would be the end of a medium. It's just like what would happen if they took away all of American guns, you know? it's just going to make them more sought after. You're not doing yourselves any favor. You're not doing yourself any favor by outright banning all of them.
But it doesn't slow you down.
You know, like I said, the more you try and restrict and banish something, the more it will forever become sought after. Never do that. That is the #1 thing of why you should never restrict anything. Unless it's too over the top, then I understand, but over something so small and minuscule that has nothing to do with, say, a real world event, that would not be a good idea. Alright, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I need a break. I also need to cook some food. So thank you all for coming. I'm glad the stream actually went better than last night. I'm very happy with this. This is what I aim for. What's up? Who the hell's my phone? Shit. Believe me, it's going to become the same situation if they try and sue furry cons, man. The more they try and restrict it, the more it's going to be sought after. Believe me, through illegal or legal means, they will find it. Why do you think over here in America we have a very bad drug problem? Because the more we try and restrict shit like pot, the more it becomes sought after. Like it's some sort of precious commodity. Because if they should ever fully banish something like a furry con, the shit that came out of it, like badges and all that shit, even videotape memories and all, hell, even underground ones, that shit would make these people money, the people who are seeking it out and hosting it. Welcome to capitalism, man. The more you try and ban something, the more it can be used to make money, too. You can't officially ban everything in sight. It's not a good idea. I want you to look up the Barbra Streisand effect. It encapsulates all of this perfectly. But until then, I'm glad everybody was on, able to see the stream, being more positive than last night. Thank you all for coming.